wiser as an educated advisor. Hello, everyone. I'm Steve Savant, syndicated financial columnist and money color commentator. On today's show, The Referral, part 5 in our series on the 5-step process of successful recruiting with Bob Lochard, Chief Marketing Officer of Gordon Marketing. So let's get down to business. Well, Bob, I know that you are Mr. Referral, low acquisition costs. You're all over this issue. And I have to say that most people, I think, are so tired of asking for referrals. But I heard you say in another episode, you said, well, maybe it's your presentation. Maybe it's the way you're actually communicating with him. He should be wanting to give you referrals.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's no different on the sales side. If we go to a seminar and ask for a raise of hand, what's the best lead? Everyone's hand goes up. Well, it's a referral. And as you stated, the acquisition cost, which maybe is a myth. If we've done a good job on our first steps, we've probably spent some time and resources to get to this. But the reason there's such a cringe kind of pushback to the referral is if you're getting to the point where you have to always ask, now I always ask, but if you have to ask because you didn't get any, then yeah, your presentation was probably no good. You're lacking somewhere else, because if you did a good job, we want to refer our friends to people that do a good job for us. It's just a natural part of the process.
When you're thinking of referrals in our business, because, you know, I want a consumer client who benefited from meeting with me one-on-one as a planner. I want that person to, if I did a good job, I want to talk to his relatives. I want to talk to his close friends. If I had such a service and a planning ability to make his finances just that much better, I'd want him to, by his own volition, not by my own prodding, to go back to his family and say, hey, I'd like to introduce you to Steve. I want to nominate him.
Absolutely. And we all run, and let me say this, there's no strangers in our industry. Even though there's thousands of us, there's no strangers. Don't burn bridges. First of all, you may have to go back across that one. But we all know one another. We've all rubbed elbows, been around a few times. And so that's where that whole referral mechanism comes from, because there's no stranger in this industry. What we do gets around. What we say gets around. And so the referral process, building that relationship, is this is the fun part of the game. This is the part that I love. If I need some new blood, let's just say, new product, new state opening up, carrier calls, wants to go into a particular state. Maybe we're strong there, maybe we're not, but I know relationships that are strong there. So I'm going to obviously call and ask. That's when I would ask for the referral.
Now, when you're talking about thanking a person for that referral, you just, I hate to say this, it sounds like it's just a baby boomer exclusive, and I don't want to sound like that, but I don't see too much gratitude with people that are maybe a little bit younger than you and I. Is that a cultural, societal thing, or what happened here? Because the guy just gave you his business.
Right.
Where's the thank you? Right?
Yeah, and I don't want to sound like I'm blaming another generation, but I think it's somewhat generational. We tend to, my observation is that it's owed us, or we expect it, or it's natural, and we don't thank. There's not enough thankfulness. I'm big on, and I didn't get into it earlier, I'm big on thank you cards. Old-fashioned thank you cards. By the way, I'm not talking about using the media, multimedia, and internet like we do, because, you know, it depends upon who you ask, what percentage of emails actually get opened, and then the percentage that's opened actually get read. So if it was important to me to thank you for that referral, or thank you for that piece of business, I do know that the odds of you opening my postcard handwritten to you with a simple thank you inside stands a lot better impact than this email that I sent that says thank you. So be personal. I do believe the thank you is just of the utmost importance.
Now, when we're in this step of referral, I know that you're a big proponent of not rushing any one of these steps along the way. Right. So we're going to give time to this. You already got the job. You closed. You're home. You're already reporting to Bob that you closed 2 guys. Yep. But now it's time for the referral.
Right.
And I think we kind of go, oh, okay, thank you, bye. We get so. How can I put the same value and weight on the referral process as I've done the other 4 steps?
Well, first of all, it's a perpetual cycle. So I like to say it's not step 1 through 5 and 5 ends. 5 leads me back to 1. So if I get a referral, I'm going to start back over to step 1, the approach, meeting this new person. So it's a perpetual cycle that should never end in anything I do. But I should be just as prepared and trained and ready for the referral step as I am any other step. If I'm making calls, and I do, and even though I might be recruiting businesses or larger agencies, I still make individual calls, but I'm always prepared before I make the call. So if I was calling, let's say I had a need to fill a slot in Arkansas, knowing that if I speak to people in Arkansas, they probably know people in Missouri, they probably know people in Oklahoma, maybe down in Texas, I'm going to have that in the back of my mind. And so when I hang up with you, I'm going to ask for that. Hey, I'm also trying to develop somebody, or I'm looking for someone in these areas. So I'm going to give them more than just that little refined area to talk about. So when I go into that and asking for the referral, I'm going to try to build upon that. In other words, I'm going to give you an opportunity. You want to help me. We like to help each other. So I'm going to try to keep that area of referral as broad as possible, not just the one little area I called and recruited you for. You may know somebody that can help me in an area we didn't even have a conversation about.
When you nominate somebody, now let's flip it. You're nominating somebody. You're going to refer somebody.
Yes.
Are you pretty stingy with that referral? Or are you pretty good about, hey, no, I try to help my guys out with good referrals all the time?
Probably going to sound like a contradiction. A little bit of both. I am stingy. My referrals go to those individuals, number one. Do I refer? Yes, I do. But I'm going to refer to them to people that I value their values. I believe that they're honest, they have high integrity, and that they can truly help. Because again, I have affected your life. If you've come to me, it's because you've come to me with a need to perpetuate your business, earn more income, take care of your family. If I refer you to somebody and that somebody I refer you to fails you, I failed you. So I refer, but I'm selective where my referrals go. I'm going to refer that business to someone that I can pretty much count on doing a great job and helping you.
This last part, as we close out the segment and the series, is very difficult for many people. You know, I have my referral, I'm done. There's no follow-up. I left somebody hanging. I don't really know the close. I thought they were going to give me business in the first 30 days. I did no backdoor touch follow-up. I've heard you a couple times now. You are really big on, I'm sorry, you just need to spend some time on high-touch follow-up. And that's what really cements profitability in the long haul.
Yeah, it's no different, again, recruiting is selling. If I sell you a product and you've spent your hard-earned money on that product, the sale just began after I got your check. There's still so much to do. I need to make sure you receive the product, you like the product works, you know how to work it, so that you're happy with that product. If I sell you on my company's value proposition that I can help you, I have the product you're looking for, and if I just stop after you sign the contract, that's a pretty loose relationship with very little value. You're just going to look for somebody else that can offer that value. I want to follow up with you. We had expectations, recall. Am I meeting your expectations? By the way, it's probably the hardest one, still tough on me. This one I take personal. When I didn't listen well, and that happens from time to time because we're so busy. I didn't listen well. Maybe I thought I heard what I heard and I didn't. How am I going to correct that if I didn't follow up? How am I going to take care of that? If you and I don't continue this exchange of information over the next several months, then I won't know how you really feel. So I'm going to follow up. Did you get the contract the way you wanted it? Did you get the help the way you wanted? Is the marketer helping you out? Do you have understanding? Hey, I noticed you didn't get on the training session. You said you wanted training. We did training. And then I'm going to remind you of the things that you told me you expect me of. Hey, have I come through? Have I done this? Now, I don't expect either of us to be in full comply 100% of the time, all the time, because that's human nature. We're going to fail. But if I follow up, I'll find out sooner than later that I failed and I can fix it. If I wait too long, it may be irreparable. It may not be able to repair
And you were
it.
proactive.
Yeah, I was proactive.
Right.
Be the first. Don't wait.
Well, I hope you enjoyed our series on the 5-step process for successful recruiting with Bob Lochard, Chief Marketing Officer of Gordon Marketing. And remember, before moving forward with anything on our show, always check with your tax consultant, legal counsel, or compliance officer. And if you're a recruiter, you should watch this 2 or 3 times before you hit the phone. Don't forget to watch my consumer show, Steve Savant's Money, the name of the game. Daily content you can post on your website, into your social media accounts, and your database distribution. I'm Steve Savant. Thanks for watching.